All right, so the Goodyear tire company has come under heavy scrutiny. Let's talk about what's actually going on and get into those details. All right, before we begin the video, I'd like to take 2 seconds to remind you to comment on the video, like the video, share the video. If this is your first time viewing a video here at Logic Over Emotion, consider hitting that subscribe button because we would love to have you, because here we bring the hard truth while others are busy virtue signaling. Also, before we get into it, don't mind me sweating a little bit. Gotta keep the windows up to keep noise down. But anyway, let's get into the content here. And so I kind of have the notes here. And what happened was a Goodyear employee at the plant in Topeka, Kansas, shared a slide that he said that came from the corporate office in Akron, Ohio. And basically on the slide, it had like two parts. It had acceptable and then it had unacceptable. And so you can kind of see where this is going. Under the acceptable was Black Lives Matter and lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender pride. Under unacceptable, and this is crazy, Blue Lives Matter, All Lives Matter, MAGA, and politically affiliated slogans are material. So Trump basically, did a tweet and said, boycott Goodyear. And he says, this is a game that the left likes to play, so we're going to have to start playing it too. And, Goodyear responded. And their response is kind of interesting. So I'll actually put it up on the screen, but I'll read it here, at least part of it. So Goodyear said that the visual in question was not created or distributed by Goodyear corporate, nor was it part of a diversity training class. To be clear, on our longstanding corporate policy, Goodyear has zero tolerance for any forms of harassment or discrimination. The statement continued, to enable a work environment free of those, we ask that associates refrain from workplace expressions in support of political campaigning for any candidate or political party, as well as similar forms of advocacy that fall outside the scope of racial justice and equality issues. Now, this is an interesting response. For one, I would like to start by saying, what is the difference between Blue Lives Matter, All Lives Matter, and Black Lives Matter? All of them, to an extent, are political. So why is one allowed and one not allowed? That right there in itself makes no sense. And then you say that you want to avoid discrimination or any type of harassment in the workplace, and that's why you avoid those things, but yet you will allow stuff that is sensitive, like BLM and everything, to be acceptable. And also to note, they didn't actually, they say they support law enforcement and all this, but they didn't actually specify what their policy was. All they said was, okay, we didn't make that. That's not ours. We support law enforcement, and we don't want political stuff. But they never actually commented on whether it was allowed or not allowed. So, right now they're kind of in the hot seat. And even though they provided a response, it was kind of an empty response that had no information in it. Now, obviously, we're going to have to wait for more detail to come out to see if this slide was, in fact, from their corporate office. Obviously, I don't think this is. I mean, you would have to be completely out of your mind to specifically list those things. I mean, All Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter under unacceptable, and then Black Lives Matter under acceptable. You're asking for bad things to happen. Like, I mean, there's no way I don't see bad things happening. And then, of course, like I said, BLM, All Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter, all that stuff is political, right? So you either have it or you don't. Let me know in the comments down below, do you think any company will be this dumb to specifically list, these type of things out that would get yourself in trouble? Like, I don't think any company would be stupid enough to do that, but you guys let me know. That's going to be it for this one. So make sure you comment, like, subscribe, share the video. And yeah, that's going to be it, guys. Take care.